Welcome to my channel. I am Sudhanya Sen Gupta. My topic is A Seed Tells a Farmer's Story. Before beginning this lesson or chapter, student can narrate their own observation about changes in crops and vegetables that have taken place in their area. The story of a seed. I am a small bajra seed. I have stayed in a beautiful wooden box since 1940. I want to tell you my story. This is a long story, but not mine also. It is also the story of my farmer, Damji Bhai, and his family. If I do not tell my story, it might be too late. I was born in Vangam in Gujarat. That year, there was good bajra crop. There was a festive mood in village. Our area was famous for their grains and vegetables. Each year, Damji Bhai kept aside some seeds from a group crop. This way, our Bajra family went on from one generation to another generation. Good seeds were stored to dried ground, which was coated with mud. But the year Damji himself to made strong wooden box to store us. He put in neem leaves to protect us from insects. That was our beautiful home. In those days, Damji Bhai and his cousin lived together. It was a large family. Everyone in the village helped each other, even in farming. When the crop was ready and harvested, everyone celebrated together. Oh, those wonderful days with a big feast and lots of it. In the winter, it would be the time to enjoying andhia, the kind of stew. All the vegetables were put in a clay pot along with fresh spices. The pot was sealed and kept between hot coals. The vegetables cooked slowly in the special cooker on the fields. Oh, I forget. The pot was placed upside down. That is why the dish is called andhia or upside downs. In Gujarat, undia is would be eaten with bajra rotis. Farmers would grow many different kind of crops, grains and vegetables according to the season. The farmers kept enough of their needs to sold the rest shopkeeper from the cities. Some farmer also grew cotton at home. Families members spun cotton in the charkha to make clothes. Over the year, many changes took place in the village. Some places could get water from the canal. They said that canal brought water from far away, where the dam has been built in a big river. Then electricity came, switch on the button, and there was light. People found that only one or two crops like wheat and cotton got better prices in the market. So most farmers began to grow only this soon. We old we old friends bajra and jowar and also vegetables were forgotten and dismissed, even from Damjivai's field. Now people in the village cooked and ate together only on a special day. As they ate, they would remember how tasty the food used to be in the past, fresh from the fields. When the seeds have changed, how could food ever taste the same? Hasmukh would say, now we are farming wisely. We grow only that we can sell in the market at a good price. With profits from our fields, we can improve our life. we can make progress. Laying forgotten in the wooden box, I and the other seeds had our doubts. Is all this really progress? There is no longer any needs to seeds like us and animal like the bullocks. After the tractor has come, even people who worked on the fields are no longer needed. How will they earn money? What will they live on? More and more expenses. Now 20 years saw even more changes without cows and buffaloes. There was no cow dung to be used in field as fertilizer. Hasmukh had buy expensive fertilizer. The new kind of seeds were such that crops are easily affected to harmful insects. But there was a little profit. Everyone growing cotton, so cotton prices were not as high as before. The soil itself was no longer the same, growing the same crop over and over and using many chemicals had affected on the soil so much that now nothing could grow well there. It was become difficult to earn a living by farming alone. Hasmukh to change with the times, he is often tense to angry most of the time. His educated son Paresh did not want to do farming. He now started to work as a truck driver. After all, the bank loan still had to be repaired. Often Paresh does not come home for days. At times, he is always for a week. 2 days back, when he came home, Paresh started looking for something. Ba, he asked his mother, where is Dadaji's wooden seed box? It will be useful to keep a screw and tools for the truck. Now, do you understand why I told you my story? Yes, this is the story of our Bajra seeds. This is the ultimate result that this wooden box may be used to keep the screw and tools for the trucks. News report. This is a very important news report. Tuesday, 18 December 2007 in Andhra Pradesh. Farmers in Andhra Pradesh have been sent to jail for not being able to pay back their loans. They had suffered big loss in farming. One of these farmers, Nalappa Reddy, had taken a bank loan, raised 24,000 to repay the loan. He had to take another loan from a private money lender at a very high rate of interest. Even after repaying raised 34,000, Reddy could not repay the entire loan. Reddy says the bank sends farmer to jail for not paying back small loans. But what about the big businessmen? They take loans to crores of rupees. Nothing happened to them when they do not return the money. Nalappa Reddy's story is shared to thousands of farmers in India who are suffered huge losses. The situation is so bad that many farmers see no way out of this except to commit suicide. According to government figure, 1,50,000 farmers have died like this between 1997 to 2005. This number may be much higher. Bhaskar Bhai's farm. As we entered his farm, we are surprised. Here there were dead leaves, wild plants, and grass everywhere. Some of the tree branches seemed to be dry, as if eaten by insects, as the place we saw some plants with colorful leaves. Why this? Bhaskar said that were croton plants which have him a signal when the soil become dry. We were surprised how he explained that the roots of the croton do not go to deep in the ground, so when the top layer of the soil become dry, the croton leaves bend and become limp. This signal tells Bhaskar Bhai which part of his farm need to be watered. We found the soil soft and crumbly. We would see tall coconut tree full of fresh coconut. We thought he must be using some special fertilizer. Bhaskar Bhai said that he does not buy fertilizer made in factories. His soil is fertile because of all dried leaves which slowly rot and mix with it. He dug the soil a little and told us to look. We saw thousands of earthworms. These are many soil's best friend. He says that the earthworms soften the soil as they keep digging underneath, underneath to make tunnels. This where air and water can easily get into the soil. Pravin told us about his uncle in the city who has dug a pit in the garden. He puts dried leaf in the pit along with all the kitten waste, kitchen waste, peels of vegetables and fruits and leave over leftover food. He also has earthworms in the pit. They turn to waste into compost. So his uncle gets good fertilizer without spending extra money. Now this is the recipe of perfect Rajasthani bajra roti. You please you read it. You can understand it. Bajra roti with ghee or butter is yummy. Bajra roti, lasun ke chutney and onion in combo. It's awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something from this lesson. Keep watching. Please subscribe my channel and good night.